moves too damn fast. Everything is always changing.
One thing is forever certain though, early access games will continue to be made if we keep buying them while they're on sale. This here is the modded version of Reign of Kings. Only it's no longer a monarchy. Instead, the government is a democracy where the leader of the free world is determined by who can protect the presidential throne and Oval Office the longest. Imagine being a kid playing King of the Hill with your friends, but then one of your pals wants to add in fort building. He also wants to move the game to an unnecessarily large field. It sounds fun in theory until you realize you got 4 people on this huge stretch of land all spread out building stick castles, and not playing the game you came to play. The sooner you realize how uneventful the main goal is, the sooner you can move on with your fast life. However, before you do move on, let me tell you the tale of Dale Ryder, the toughest player any environment has ever seen. Dale bravely traveled alone at night with only a torch and a hobo stick. He spent the day gathering wood because he wanted to become president the way Abraham Lincoln did, by building a ton of log cabins to show voters his full power. This type of raw energy can only be contained inside of a man who could take down hundreds of trees with only one stick. Then Dale met Pro, which derailed the Lincoln steam engine to presidency. Something else found its way onto the tracks. It was a bullet train conducted by Bush and engineered by Cheney.
Oh, it's the president!
Hey, buddy, it's okay. Hey, leave him alone. Stop it. What are you doing?
He is going just let me live.
Get him.
Holy fuck, that thing is hauling ass.
Maybe these two should have stayed put on the Railroad of Honesty, where ghost trains take you to your destination. Perhaps they could travel on horseback. Well, the jockeys found a better use for the animal.
I killed the horse. We got meat.
The next thing he did was take a tour around a low-budget play's backdrop. It was very exciting.
Screaming doors.
He was getting close to stepping foot in the White House when he suddenly realized he was a hillbilly.
I just hear my bare feet slapping off the concrete. Walk right in.
Just walk into the fucking White House.
I did. I walked right in the Oval Office. I'm sitting right at the fucking desk. I'm starting an election. I'm running for president. Holy shit. All you gotta do is sit at the fucking desk when you're running for president.
Does it capture the flag?
Campaigning. Getting out of the vote. Fuck, I was gonna say something offensive. I don't know. What should I name the road? Africa. It's offensive. I got an intern chain. Hey.
Oh god,
Get out. I'm president. That's literally all it takes. All you gotta do is just sit there. So if you want to be president, you can't do anything. You just gotta sit at your fucking desk.
Dale might as well have been a dictator with the way he was treating his mindless interns. Then the disgusting bastard discovered how much more weight your spit holds when you are the president. 10. It's 10 pounds. He also found out that he had an infinite number of staff members, since this was their spawning ground. Finally, Dale got his hands on the re-election arsenal. Now, all he had to do was the entire Secret Service's job by himself. It was the only way Dale Ryder would remain the president of Africa. The Democratic king needed to watch his own back, so he used a special ability that allows him to view himself in the third person. This is a skill that only world leaders possess, yet these punk bitches still get assassinated every now and then. Dale controls the taxes too. This evil genius solved the economic crisis by raising the sales tax to 20%. How else could the White House afford this lavish basement? It's got an indoor underground pool. That is expensive. They need that cash. There is even a room that has a tamed bear. This place comes with instant breeding, which not only makes hunting easy, it can also be a fun party trick. The best thing about being president is you can fuck whoever you want.
I'm making love with intern Bobby.
While the biggest nuisance is having no personal chef, Dale was forced to eat processed intern giblets. The country's leadership was then being contested by a noble squatter. His ass was glued to the chair, and there was nothing Dale or Pro could do about it. Even the deadliest methods of delivering pain were futile in this election. Plus, if it was a real fight, I think the new president would have the advantage since he has a gun that shoots fireworks. Look at that display of patriotism. I don't think Dale can match that heat. It seems termination of employment is still settled the medieval way since Dale lost his favorite assistant to beheading. Former President Ryder was sick and tired of seeing the amount of death that politics bring, so he abandoned the government by exiting their treacherous lair.
How do you spell Kekistan?
That's gonna be me.
You hear me, partner? That's gonna be me.
The next person I'm going to tell you about is named Boat Wonka. All this caveman needs is a spike club to get around like Jared from Subway. His trip was delayed because the server takes longer to save than an actual tip slave. While on his adventure, Boat Wonka met a stranger.
Hey, buddy. Hey, down there. Hey. Hey, you.
Hello. Hello.
Are you a friend or foe?
Yeah, don't hurt me, please.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. I could have
Can you-
snuck up on you, but I'm not like that.
Yeah, you could have easily. That train's so fucking loud.
I'm about to go try to become the president of the United States of America.
Really? That
trying.
sounds hard. Peace out, dude. Thanks for not killing me.
Afterwards, he finally made it to the White House. Boat spent his entire election campaign sitting at the president's desk. That'd be like forcibly working in your boss's office every day until you get their job due to your sheer dominance. President Wonka became a god the same way Buddha did, by sitting, so he could sit on whatever he wants. Thus, he chose the dungeon bear. He rode his trusty grizzly wherever he pleased. These two Secret Service agents had to follow him around since they are contractually obligated to go along with his over-the-top bullshit. All Boat wanted to do was show off his bear's athletic prowess. Then he went back to base. But even in this world where players kill players, no one wanted to come play the game. All he had was his squad of fakers. At least he has the Washington Monument in his backyard. This historic obelisk was solely built because America was trying to test the heights of its skybox. He headed right to the top and his friends slowly followed behind. Now for the rest of this educational film, I'm gonna shut up and let it play out like a silent movie that has sound effects and yelling.